And we're back for another episode. In this episode we're going to be doing the level 76 tank quest. And as always, hello from Mithrie. So we are here in Armorang at 2715. And we need to talk to Grandson to carry on. The quest is called The Princess and Her Knight. Grandson has had his fill of Mordsock. Hey there, Sinner. I broke the bad news to the widow of the scavenger while you were away. She took it about as well as you'd expect. After she cried herself hoarse, I started asking her about the choker and where her husband had got it. It seems he and his mates took a trip to Ilmeg a year or so back, hoping to cart off all the Verbatite treasures they could carry from an untouched ruin they'd learned about. Of course, in their greed, they neglected to account for the Fae folk, who killed or drove mad most of them. Those who survived didn't come away empty-handed, though. In fact, they'd stumble upon a remarkable find: 3 sacred treasures of the royal family. They escaped with 2, the Fang of Orphus being one of them, which was sold by another scavenger to an Elmoran. Either that merchant you met at the Beehive or an agent of his, I'd wager. So the merchant gives it to Melinda for restoration, after which Dakosin attacks Right, presumably cause he's after it as well. Meanwhile, the scavenger here in Mordsock keeps the choker, the Eyes of Orphus, locked away for safekeeping, and when he finally decides to sell it, the sinless bastard shows up again. Which brings us to the here and now. Damned if I know why, but at this point there's no denying that Dakosin's been hunting the royal relics. And so, assuming he hasn't already claimed the third one, the Claws of Orphus, then I say we should get our hands on it first, then use it to lure him out of hiding. But to that end, we'll have to venture into the Fairy Kingdom ourselves. Those scavengers didn't receive the warmest welcome, and we're not like to be treated any better. I've travelled to Meg before. Have you now? And the little devils let you go? I can only assume they've taken a liking to you. That settles it then. We'll head to Ilmeg and ask for this Verbatite ring. Awesome. Okay, so let's teleport now. You do have to do the tank roll quests in hand with the main scenario. Like, eventually with the main scenario you'll be locked out until you've actually done the roll quest. So let's just get it done, shall we? Thankfully we've already unlocked flying here. And so have all of you, because you've all followed my Aether Current guides, right? Right. So what a remarkably uneventful trip. I kept jumping at shadows, waiting for eaters and foul demons or worse to attack. Though that might be preferable to the Fae, frankly. Still, we're going to have to deal with them eventually, if we're going to find this ring. After all, the Nomu were part of the Verbatite Society, and without their help, I'm not sure where to begin our search. Perhaps there's a village in some sort you can guide us to? Well, there's Pala Emni. Pala Eni, eh? Very well, lead on, Sinner. Okay, so we have to teleport there, and we can question the residents. I do find that with some quests there is a lot of teleporting around, but so be it. It's like they're all places we've been to before. It's not a big deal. Okay, so we need to go... Okay, this guy, I guess. We thankfully didn't have to spend too long looking for him. So, something about your demeanor bespeaks a question unasked. Have I the right of it? A ring that belonged to the royal family of Voba, and it was called the Claws of Orphus. But Voba is long gone, and as are the caretakers of the ring you seek. Who can say where it might have got to? Awesome. Okay, so that helps us to no end. Obviously. Where is the second guy? If I was a guy of... okay, here we go. Sorry. Oh, hello there. You have questions for me? So, the Claws of Orphus, it is a ring, you say? The name I have heard before, but I know nothing save that. Oh, so all served the royal family before the flood. Somewhat temperamental they are, but surely they have knowledge of this treasure you seek. Okay, that helps us a little bit. So, let's go back to grandson. Thank God I unlocked flying already. I don't have to worry about eventually unlock it. It's already done. So, had yourself a conversation or three? Learn anything interesting? So this Saul is one we ought to speak with. A former servant of the royal family, which would mean they've lived well over a century. Bugger me. Okay, so let's search now for Saul. I think the inevitable conclusion is we fight Dakosin, but it's interesting the investigation we're doing so far. So I do not know you, yet you seem to know me. So the fifth was discovered yesterday. A young girl not yet of age transformed into a misshapen beast. Oh, misshapen. Like the others before her. As if we needed more proof of a pattern. At this rate, any citizen could be next. Tell me you at least learned something from this one. I studied her remains myself. 'Twas plain a powerful magic has been employed. Vestiges of the enchantment lingered long after. The culprit, I think, is not a man to be trifled with. That is all I can say for now, but you may rest assured that I will ascertain their identity ere long. On my honour as court mage, I swear it. Until I do, however, I would implore you and your fellow knights to dispatch any who turn or show signs without hesitation. But these are our kith and kin. Should we not try to keep them alive until a way to reverse a transformation can be found? Your mercy would place countless others at risk. As a knight of Voba, did you not vow to serve all her people? Justice for the weakest among us? Was it not? How many such innocents will die before you do what must needs be done? Pains me deeply, Brandon, but the safety of the royal family is paramount. I fear that to take anything less than the most drastic measures would be to invite death into this castle. Death is already here. Surely you must see that. I will not let it be whispered that Princess Soldia turned a blind eye to her people suffering. These crimes are a tragedy that weigh upon every Verba soul, mine most of all, and that is why I will take charge of the investigation myself. My lady, be reasonable. You cannot put yourself in harm's way. You have a responsibility to your subjects. So I am to gamble with their lives instead? Let them shield me while I alone take shelter and look down on them from on high? Yes, exactly. You are their princess. You are Brandon, yes? The new recruit? A rather promising one from what the captain has told me. You will attend me personally. My lady? You heard me. I will not stand idly by when I have the power to make a difference. Together we will see justice done for all, as your vow and your princess demand. Lady Saludia, I understand. Forgive my hesitation. My life and my sword are yours to command. I have great expectations for you. I trust you will not disappoint me. Right. There is no telling when our culprit will strike again, so we must begin our investigation at once. There are witnesses to be questioned, clues to be gathered. Come, come. Now, Lady Soldia. Ever the stubborn child, I wish you the best of luck, Brandon. You'll need it, and more. Mithrie's like, huh? Hey, are you alright? The way you were holding your head, it's as if racked by terrible pain. What happened to you just now? Cutscene, innit? Lady Soldia, you saw her with your mind's eye? Then it is as I suspected. You have the gift too. You are like Brandon. What do you mean she's like Brandon? Why have you come to me? What is it that you seek? I see. For this hunt of yours, you have come to Ilmeg in search of the claws of Orphus. I am afraid it is no simple matter. First, I would know that you are capable of facing the eater you seek. So there is a spot in a river not far from here in which I used to bathe, until a number of beasts grew equally fond of it. If you are the warrior you claim to be, they should pose no challenge whatsoever. As for you, I have questions. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so let's gear. I'm starting to think basically that Dakosin, even though currently he's evil, he's probably still motivated by the same goal of actually save people, even though he's almost like the Lich King. I'm just thinking about the Menethil in my name. It's like he's doing the wrong for the right reason. Okay, so where do we go? There we go, right here. Let me summon my trusty Chocobo. Let's click. There it is. Oh wow. That's a new skill. I need to actually read what it does. Okay, so we need to return to Soltal. So once we get to him, we will continue. Okay, so we made it back. So let's talk to him. So the beasts are no more then. Good, good. I hadn't the heart to do it myself, for there were no ordinary beasts, but old friends who had survived the flood, victims of the curse you heard us speak of in your vision. So this curse transforms people into monsters, like how sin eaters can spawn more of their own kind. I will speak no more of this or other matters until after you have completed the task I set before you. This is not negotiable, grandson. Mithrie accepted my terms, so must you. Huh. So secretive, the both of you. Can't we all just speak plain? I don't want to do work. Your comrade refuses to acknowledge your situation. This may take time, but I am patient. Indeed, I have dealt with many a stubborn child in my life. Cool. Awesome. So, the next quest is obviously at level 78, so we need to remember to come back here. So, yeah, that was the tank quest. So, anyway, guys, if you liked that video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. You can watch a random video over there, you can watch the latest upload down there, or you can click down here to subscribe. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.